Hey everyone, it's 101 Leafy, and today we are going to explore the newest update for Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble. As you can see on the side here, we've got the Fruitnyan coming to the Y Money Crank, which is amazing. And to supplement that, we have double drop rate for S rank Yokai. So we've got Crankakai events all around. We've got a ton of Y Money to crank. This is the biggest Crankakai party to ever happen on this channel, and I'm psyched to do it with you guys. So, just to review before we start cranking, in case some of you guys haven't looked at the update today, first we've got the Fruitnyan coming to the Crankakai. It's all of them. Not just some of them, like happened over the summer or in December. We have all 6 Fruitnyan available in the 3000 Y Money Crank until next week. So we've got Melonyan, who's a random popper, Oranyan, who's a healer, Kiwinyan, who's a defender, Grapenyan, who's an all-stunner, not just a single stunner, Straubenyan, who's an all-attacker, and Watermelonyan, who's also an all-attacker, but he's way more powerful than Straubenyan is. They're all available for 3000 Y Money until next week. Also, might I add, while we're talking about time limits for Crankakai events, I was correct when I was streaming last week. Kieran was in fact removed this week, so I hope that you followed my advice and cranked a lot last week, because Kieran's incredibly powerful, more powerful than Komoshira in fact, as found by my friend Robert, and he is no longer available and will not be for a very long time. So, speaking of S-rank Yokai and the Crankakai, there's double chances for pulling S-rank Yokai right now. It's great because the Fruitnyan are all A and B rank, so I was a little disappointed, but having double chances for S ranks mean that our crank will not be too bad today. Plus, in case you've seen my video on how the Crankakai works, all of the Fruitnyan are at very high rarity tiers, so they should not interfere with us filling out our crank, maxing out all of our S-rank Yokai. We've also got some Crankakai coins, not too many, but we have a Halloween coin, which is a 3000 Y Money coin, plus blue coin Gs, which are even cooler because they only give really good shady Yokai, or at least rare shady Yokai. I wouldn't say Nerd is very good, but he is pretty difficult to recruit. Alright guys, with that, that's all that— wait, no, actually, this update did add something else, but we can cover it later. So with that, let's get to cranking our Y Money. Are we going to start off with an X-Borb? Because that would be exciting. Oh man, we did! Hooray, we got an X-Borb. Okay. Nice. Hey, Amethyst Rose 95. Thank you for coming to moderate the stream. I appreciate that. Hey, QB! Alright, so speaking of the double S-rank chances, we first got a QB right here. Our QB is not actually that high up. All of our other S-ranks are at Ultimate level 6, or I don't think we have any at 7, but they're all pretty much at 6. So QB's lagging a bit behind, so I do not mind pulling him. Christina says, everyone smash that like button for 101 Leafy. Yeah, if you enjoy the stream, definitely like it. Because that lets me know that you guys want to see more. Hey P-Gray, thanks for coming by. Uh-oh, this is something good. I don't think that we can get an X-Borb from this. Nice! Cruncha. Cruncha is a brave S-rank Yokai. He's pretty powerful when it comes to aggression teams. Pretty awful when it comes to score attack, but when you're just going through stages trying to defeat bosses, Cruncha is a very, very solid choice. Tommy says, hi Leafy, I'm here, and I am so pumped. I'm pumped too, Tommy. We've got all these Fruitnyan in the crank. We aren't pulling any, but you can really see the double S-rank chances taking effect here. We've only pulled one X-Borb, while we just pulled 2 S-rank Yokai, and we probably just did 3 X-Borbs if we didn't have that double chance. Zeta says, Leafy, how badly are you multitasking today? Extremely badly, Zeta. Have a lot going on today, but right now we're doing a ton of cranks because I want to get some of those Fruitnyan. Right now, I do not have Kiwinyan or Oranyan, but I did manage to pull all of the other Fruitnyan from the Crankakai during the Orkanos Terror Time event back in summer. So I'm crossing my fingers to get Oranyan and Kiwinyan, who hopefully aren't too difficult to pull, since they're both B ranks. I think this is something good. Sandy. Sandy is not too bad of a pull, just because pulling her helps us max out our Crankakai, right? But in terms of yokai, she's not too preferable, because she's just a single target stunner. If you want a stunner, at least use somebody like Fruitnyan, who's an all-stunner, or Unfairy, who can be found in the Divine Paradise. And he is the only S-rank all-stunner, so you use his ultimate move, and he stuns all yokai on the field. Professor also stuns all yokai, but he damages yokai too, so his ultimate is pretty unique. Vegito says, Leafy, I got a Beelzebub for my Blue Coin G this morning. Hey, congratulations to you, Vegito, but we just got Fruitnyan, which is awesome because I didn't have Fruitnyan, as I was just saying. Fruitnyan isn't too exciting, but at the same time, he is because we didn't have him, and he's great to add to your medallion. Fruitnyan says, I am super stoked you freed me. Well, I'm super stoked too, Fruitnyan, so now I've got him in our medallion. If any of you have played Yokai Watch 2, the Fruitnyan are very annoying to recruit because they're pretty high ranked and they're also level 50, so they're really tough if you try and befriend them too early on in the game. This will probably be an X-Borb. No, it's another QB. Nice. Luke the Great says, Leafy, did you see the fan art I made on Twitter? I did. I actually liked it. I clicked the little like button there. So thank you very much for that. I love it. Hey, Fruitnyan, says Wiley. Yeah, Fruitnyan, dude. I'm hype. Tyler Tube asks, who's your favorite Fruitnyan? Watermelon, by far. I like his design the most, and he's also the most useful. Whoa, would you look at that? We actually pull both of our Fruitnyan right here, before we even cross 200,000 Y money. You get both Kiwinyan and Fruitnyan. Kiwinyan says, thank you. Capsules are so last year. I haven't read the manga, but I've heard that the Fruitnyan have really funny personalities in it, so I've been meaning to pick up the manga. I'll probably get it soon. Now, let me guys know, you guys need to let me know. Use a little thumbs up emoji, I guess, to let me know if you want me to demo all the Fruitnyan. If you'd rather keep cranking, then give a thumbs down. But if you want to see me interrupt the cranks and start using the Fruitnyan just so that you can see all their ultimates, I can do that if you want me to. Angry Bananas, hey Carlos, thank you for coming by, says Kiwi. Yeah, we got Kiwinyan. He's a defense upper, so nothing too great. I think he's the same thing as Beetler. Komasane jumps out to meet us. We need 6 more Komasane, and then we've got him maxed out. So that'll be really nice once we get him done. He's not very good as a charming ball popper. There are so many other much better charming yokai besides Komasane that we would rather get. Not necessarily from the Crankakai, though Jibonyan is really good. But when it comes to forming an aggressive, charming team, there are so many other yokai you should use. Alright, Eterna. Eterna is an S-rank healer, so nothing too special, but she's still good to pull because it helps us max out our crank. If we're not getting X-Borbs, then I am not complaining. That's what I say. Mewtwo Maniac asks, hey Leafy, what are you most hyped about for the Nintendo Switch? I'm gonna have to say ARMS. ARMS looks like it could be the Switch's Splatoon. It's so creative and colorful, and it's a different spin on a genre that competitive gamers enjoy. It's got everything that sets Splatoon up for success, and I really hope that it does well, because I will be playing it so much when it comes out. We got Demona, not bad. We haven't pulled too many Demonas, so it's nice to see her at least get crowned right here. Well, other than that, I think that was the final S rank of ours that is not Ultimate level 5 or more. It can go all by rank. You see Cruncha is at Ultimate level 5. Snartle is at 6. D-Muncher, that's right. D-Muncher and King Mara were just added, so we actually don't have them too high up. But other than the newly added D-Muncher and King Mara, I think that all of our crankable S ranks are at Ultimate level 5 or more. Awesome. No, Jivanyan S is and Komasan S are only at ultimate level 4. Well then, we'll have to keep cranking. Oh, a lot of people are saying, well, they already have Splatoon on the Switch. I know, and I'm very excited about that. But when I said ARMS can be the Switch's Splatoon, hey, Soul Secrets, our first of the day. When I said that ARMS could be the Switch's Splatoon, I didn't mean literally. I meant in terms of success. It's a new IP that will drive people to buy it. Alright, I'm gonna crank one more time right here. Mega Exporb, our first for today. Probably the first of many. Unicorn Wizard says, Leafy, I have a QB Awoken. Am I lucky? You are very lucky, because I cranked over 100 times when QB Awoken was in the Crank-a-Kai, and I did not get a single one. So I am pretty, a little upset about that, because I really like QB. See what we got here. Will it be another Exporb? Christina says, Leafy, I got myself away from Xenoblade just for this Crank-a-Kai party. That's a monumental feat, Christina. Thanks for coming. Camellia, nice. Camellia is pretty bad. She has a very, very low attack stat, so she's an all-attacker, but despite being brave, she has a low attack, so her ultimate actually isn't that special. Doesn't do much. Now that Gargaros is out of the picture, so she doesn't have that double friend rate up effect anymore, she's just kinda eh. Alright, let's see what we get here. G1 A, nice. We only have a couple left of him. Just 6, I think. So once we get him maxed out and Komasane, then we'll have another Crank-a-Kai tier cleared, and that will let us get less Exporbs. So this is the last crank we're going to do right now, because I want to share something else about the event with you guys, which is really, really exciting. Komasan A, nice, we were just talking about him. Now we need 5 in order to max him out. So, as I was saying, this event did add a couple more things. One of these things being medallion slots, and as those of you who follow Wibble Wobble updates might have guessed, or rather know from experience, added medallion slots means that these yokai will be added very, very soon. They don't always add the medallion slots in advance, but they like to, just to give us a teaser. So we can see here, this medallion slot is for Bushio, and he's a big boss version of Shogunyan. He's brave, obviously, and dot rank SS. When you get him, he's the strongest defense upper in the game. He's got like 900 health. He's very, very, I don't want to say tough, because he's Brave Tribe, but he is. He really lets you tank damage. And you might say, well, I thought Leafy always says offense is the best defense, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's true. Normally it is. But later on in the game, when they introduce these very, very difficult event bosses on event maps, they deal so much damage to you that you virtually need to use yokai like Bushio in order to defeat them. You can't use the stack all your 5 Sultimates, go into Fever Time, and then blow them out, because you only have time to get one Sultimate move up before you're dead. So that Sultimate move better be Bushio's. So then, over here, I've got a lot of empty slots. You might notice, oh hey, 2 rank SS, that we must be getting an Awoken yokai. Well, yes and no. This is for QB Awoken, who, as I said earlier in the stream, I unfortunately did not manage to pull when he was in the Crank-a-Kai last week. So, not too excited about that. But here, we have the big boss Jibaban, and she is a giant big boss version of Tattletale, and she is a single attack stunner, I think, like Venoct Awoken is. So again, nothing too exciting. But it is good that we're getting more big bosses, and I'll talk about that why soon. So here, we've got Robonyan number 32? Number 28. Robonyan 28. That's what he's called. Sorry, I was thinking of Robonyan 3000. No. We are not getting Robonyan 3000. We're getting Robonyan 28, who is significantly less exciting. He is a Tough Tribe ball popper. So he creates 2 balls on the board. You pop the balls he makes, and they deal very, very minute damage compared to other poppers. So nothing too thrilling, but he is a big boss, so that's good. Now over here, we don't have any additional slots because we've already got Mighty Dog and Rubius J. So there are no other charming big bosses to add. Next up in Heartful, we have nothing added because we don't have any Heartful big bosses. But over here in Shady, we do have Captain Thunder, who is a big boss version of Usapyon. So those of you who are excited to get Usapyon in this game will be thrilled to know that we have a rank SS version of Usapyon to recruit very, very soon. He is an organizer like Demona is, but he's really, really good at it. He has a very small soul meter, he organizes all of your yokai, and he's just very good at what he does. So whenever you need an organizer, definitely go to Captain Thunder. Hey Abdallah, thank you for coming by. So, right here we've got Eerie, and Eerie actually does have another big boss. So here, this is my most anticipated big boss right here. This, number 729, is Prison Breaker. He is the big boss version of Mangy Mutt, and he is so, so good. Because he's an attack upper, just like Gargaros or Beelzebub is, or are, but he is one Soultimate level higher than them. So he has a 107 point attack up, which is really, really good. Also, in addition to the attack up, he also heals you. So he's like Spoilerina, but not really bad. I am very hyped for this guy because he is going to be on every single team. When Prison Breaker is added to Score Attack, the competition will be completely unmatched by any previous Score Attack that we've had. And that is why I'm mainly excited for these big bosses. Because when we had yokai like Rubius J and Hardy Hound in Score Attack, the competition was way, way, way more enthusiastic. We had more people participating. We had more people trying much harder than they normally do. More people using their prime teams, investing the Y money to try and get the best score that they possibly could. So the fact that we're getting every single big boss finally added when we are hoping to get them back in August is amazing, because I am tired of having yokai like Count Cavity and Auntie Heart in Score Attack. This could possibly be the most exciting Wibble Wobble update since August, if the update does confirm all of the big bosses coming next week. If it does, then this will be the most exciting update, because we'll also be getting Unicorn hopefully next week, which will introduce Slurpent, who completely changes up how Score Attack is played. So combine the new big bosses, which will make people want to compete, with an entirely new Score Attack meta brought on by the introduction of Slurpent, means that we've got very, very exciting days for Wibble Wobble ahead of us. Let's do some more cranks. Actually, let's do one blue coin G just for fun. I'm hoping that we get Beelzebub. That would be nice. I don't think we will though. Alright, Null. Null's not bad to pull. He's very rare, and he's also the best Shady or Eerie targeted attacker when it comes to sheer damage. So you'll actually want to be using Null in Score Attack once Slurpent comes out. I'd rather just Soul Secret him than try and recruit him though, since he's a rare appearance, so he only has a 5% chance of appearing on a stage. So couple that 5% chance of appearing with the fact that he's an A rank, and you will be spending so much spirit and so much time just to recruit a single Null. I'd rather just Soul Secret him. Pigray says, you are so optimistic about Unicorn. I kinda don't see us getting him for another month. Well, guess what, Pigray? We got Demuncher and King Mara 2 weeks after Harrisville was added. So I am very confident that we'll get Unicorn next week. Nice, we got our second Soul Secrets for the day. I think that brings us to 15 Soul Secrets in total, which is around half what we need to max a yokai. So I'm currently saving all of my Soul Secrets for Slurpent, and once I get around, I think 23 is how many you need to get them to Soultimate level 6, that's what I'll be using on him. Because Slurpent, leveling him from Soultimate 6 to Soultimate 7 just doesn't get you much. Crut Flame says, hey Leafy, what day will you and Abdallah be at C2E2? We'll be there all 3 days, Corrupt Flame. So if you guys are in the Chicago area and you want to do some Yokai Watch stuff, you want to play Yokai Watch 2, talk about the games, we will be there, and it'll be fun. We'll be doing something. It'll be really cool. I'll post about it everywhere on the subreddit and stuff. Luke the Great says, when do we get regular Usapion? I'm hoping it's really soon. Well, I have bad news for you, Luke. Level 5, or rather NHM, said that they can only add yokai if they're corresponding with something releasing in the US. They also said that they're trying to get Usapion in by the end of this year, but they're not sure if it'll happen. Recently, my opinion has been changed about when they'll be releasing Shinuchi and Busters, and I do believe that we won't be getting the base Busters until this holiday season, unfortunately. Europe is getting Yokai Watch 2 base this spring, so they absolutely won't give us, the US, Shinuchi, until the summer, probably. So that leaves Busters base, in other words, Red Cat and White Dog, to be released during the holidays, which means that we won't get Togumi, the expansion that includes Usapion, until probably next summer. So Usapion fans, you're gonna have to hold on a little longer to get your base Usapion, but the super powerful Captain Thunder will be on his way soon. Death Madness, I have not played Yokai Watch 3. Turn Up the Ostrich says, it's too bad that there are no Martin Luther King Jr. coins. You know, we got like Easter coins and Halloween coins and stuff, so I would not have been surprised about that. I won't be surprised if they give us Labor Day coins with exclusive yokai. We get so many holiday coins that I wouldn't even be mad. But I am kind of happy that we got Fruitnyan in the Y Money Crank. It's the exact foil of what we were joking about expecting from today's event. Taco and Cheese asks, Leafy, could Vader Usapion come out? And my answer to that is yes, he could, but he probably won't for a while. Even Puni Puni doesn't have Vader mode Usapion, unfortunately. We're pulling a lot of Sandy and a lot of Eterna today, which is further supporting my Crank-a-Kai tier theory, since we've got that 2-time yokai drop rate, and Sandy is at the lowest tier that I have available in my Crank-a-Kai. So the fact that we have a larger chance of stopping on this tier and pulling a Sandy is outweighing the fact that that we could fail or move on to another tier. Ooh, it's probably going to be an X-Borb. And yep, Mega X-Borb. Sully Seahawks asks, Leafy, have you played Yokai Watch Busters? I haven't. I will, soon. Blake Gibson Ross asks, how do you get so much money in Wibble Wobble, Leafy? Many hours of grinding. I can make around 30 to 40,000 Y money per hour, so I definitely spent a lot of time grinding for you guys. So I hope you're having fun at this stream, because I certainly am. Hey, Demona! A lot of people are Demona fans in the chat, so hope you're happy we got another one. I like that they have the little star in front of Shiny Chaos. That's cute. I think they did that for another yokai too, but I can't remember whose it is. Sully Seahawks asks, who is your favorite boss, Leafy? Well, I said that my favorite big boss is Prison Breaker, but I'm guessing you mean actual campaign boss, in which case I would probably say Tarn Tutor, because they use the 3D effect really well in that fight. There's a ton of depth down the room, and it's really cool. There's this big sense of scale between your yokai and the boss, so I'd definitely say that Tarn Tutor is my favorite boss. Hey, King Mara. He's good, actually. I didn't think he was that good, but Lunix, a member of the Mount Wildwood community, figured out that King Mara is actually incredibly good. He's really strong. So if you pull a King Mara, do not be sad, because he's actually much better than I initially let on. When is Yokai Watch 3 coming in English? Asked Kid Kiosk, or Kid Kois, among many other people, and my answer to that is probably 2018. Definitely not this year. Absolutely not. Probably late 2018. To everyone asking if I think the Switch will have Yokai Watch, yeah, absolutely. Level 5 is not going to release another game on 3DS. That's for sure. Besides the ones they already have in development and announced. Got another Snartle, not bad. Snartle is probably the best non-steel yokai that we could pull, and the second best yokai that we could pull overall. The first best is D-Muncher, who is the most powerful single target attacker in the game right now. Nicholas Magalon asks, Leafy, did the stream just start? Yeah, it started 25 minutes ago. We'll be going until probably around 6, so definitely stick around. You are not late or anything. Let's keep cranking. Last Shogunyan asks, where is Orgulus? I have no idea. We'll get him soon, probably, because they don't have many events to give us. Hey, we got a Strabinyan. That is our third Fruitnyan in total. We have not had any duplicates yet, and this means that we've pulled all... No, there are 4 B rank Fruitnyan, sorry. Grapenyan is the one that we haven't pulled, but we did manage to pull Strabinyan, Kiwinyan, and Oranyan, filling out our medallion. It's good. Pulled a lot of Strabinyan, it seems, from the Terror Time event back in August. Jibonyan7573 asks, Leafy, aren't we supposed to have Blizzaria awoken? I would like to, but we probably won't for a while. Or maybe we will soon, since we're getting all the big bosses soon enough. Oranyan, awesome! We got a second Oranyan. I wouldn't mind getting Watermelonyan, who's the most useful one, but, you know, I'm not going to complain about any Fruitnyan since that's why we're cranking today. Victor Carrasco, hope I pronounced that right, says, I hope the Switch has Pikmin 4. You can aim with one hand and throw with the other. Dude, Switch will absolutely have Pikmin 4, because Miyamoto said Pikmin 4 was done back in spring of last year. So we're absolutely getting Pikmin 4 this year, and I'm really excited for it because Pikmin is my favorite game series. Pikmin 2 is my favorite game of all time. I say that a lot because I really like Pikmin. Pikmin 3 is very good, very, very good, but a little short. I hope Pikmin 4 adds some elements from Pikmin 2, like the caves, so that we get a much more substantial game, so we have more game to play. They did have a lot of missions in Pikmin 3, which I really enjoyed. The little time trial things, I like that. Swell Terrier, awesome. Super Mario asks, what game are you most excited for the Switch? ARMS followed by Splatoon 2. I love all of Nintendo's creative, exciting new and intellectual properties, and I can't wait to see what they have in store. Blue Star says, hey Leafy, I hope you read this message and read it for everyone. Where I live, you can't get Wibble Wobble in the Play Store, and I think I can't support the creators. Since you have an Android phone, you can just install it via the APK, and you can support the creators by buying Y-Money, if you're that worried about it. So we got a Grapenyan, which means that, as I thought I was saying before, we have now filled out all 4 B-rank Fruitnyan. We've pulled 1 Grapenyan, 1 Strabinyan, 1 Kiwinyan, and 2 Oranyan. We have not pulled a Melonyan or a Watermelonyan, because my friend Robert found that both are extremely, extremely rare, and I can attest to that. I only pulled 1 Watermelonyan, while I pulled 3 or 4 Strabinyan back during the August Terror Time event. Cookie Slayer 18.5 says, you are so lucky, 101 Leafy. I'm not actually. Hey, we got a Strabinyan, nice. I'll show you guys why you think that I'm lucky in just pulling a bunch of S ranks. See, right here, let's go to Mysterious. Everyone's favorite yokai to pull from the Crankakai, Alu. Don't you just love when you spin the Crankakai and pull the ever-useful Alu with your hard-earned 3,000 Y-Money? I did too, but then I pulled 35 Alu, maxed his Sultimate, maxed to Sultimate level 7, and that meant that I can no longer pull an Alu. I created a whole guide on notwildwood.net for how the Crankakai works, So check out my website if you're interested in that, because it's a whole thing, it's a whole explanation. But the gist of it is, if you pull 35 of a yokai, max out their soul ultimate to 7, you can't pull that one anymore. So once you pull all the B ranks, you're only going to be pulling A and S ranks. Once you pull all the A ranks, you're only going to be pulling S ranks. And then once you pull all the S ranks, you'll only pull X-Orbs or Soul Secrets. So your luck effectively goes up. You effectively get luckier because you're only pulling S ranks. But in reality, you're not really getting any more S ranks at all. You'll change your fate. Abdallah and Zarivas say, I need the Switch right now. Dude, I would do anything to have a Switch in my hands right now. Dude, I want to play Breath of the Wild. Looks so good. Hey guys, just a reminder, I will not be answering questions that I've already answered on stream. So if you're asking something that, and I'm not answering it, and you think it's a good question, it's probably because it's a duplicate. Got a third Fruitnyan, which means we now have 3 Fruitnyan, 1 Kiwinyan, 3 Strawbinyan, and 1 Grapenyan. So that makes 8 Fruitnyan. So our odds of pulling a B rank Fruitnyan are really, really high, actually. But the odds of pulling an A rank Fruitnyan are really, really low in comparison, because we've gotten 8 B ranks and 0 A ranks, neither Melonyan nor Watermelonyan. Very, very sad, because Melonyan and Watermelonyan are actually my 2 favorite Fruitnyan. I think they're the coolest looking. Holy X-Orb! Nice. Alright. I'm hoping for something good here, and then I can show you guys the Fruitnyan if you want, because I'd actually like to take a look at these Ultimates that we're getting. Hey, Demona! This is our 3rd Demona. It's nice to get her. She's pretty useful. She's charming, so charming's got a lot of yokai. Blake Gibson Ross asks, what's your opinion on Super Mario Odyssey, Leafy? And my opinion is that it's the game I've been waiting for so many years now. It's a direct follow-up to 64 and Sunshine, Nintendo said. And I've been wanting an open world Mario for so long. I've been saying they should totally do this. It'll be so cool. It'll be so fun. And they are. So I'll be picking it up day 0. I'll be trying to get my hands on it as soon as possible. And I will be playing it a lot. So we only have 4 B rank Fruitnyan, but we have 2 A rank Fruitnyan. So I'll just show off the 4 B rank Fruitnyan that we've pulled, and then we can take a look at the A rank Fruitnyan later. Pigare asks, has anyone even pulled Melonyan or Watermelonyan yet? And I don't think so. Robet, the Filthy Goat, Pigare, nor I have pulled a Melonyan or Watermelonyan yet. And we all have very close to maxed out cranks, or maxed out as the other 3 people I mentioned do. So all of these yokai are very, very rare. Gamers Online asks, 1-on-1 Leafy, kid or squid? I'm gonna have to go kid there. If I'm a squid, then I don't know, man. You're defenseless. I think kid is way better. Hey Leafy, when will they add Lord Enma? Asks Leo H. Probably this October, when they release the 2nd movie. So we've got Kiwinyan up right here. Oh, Zarivas says, I pulled a Melonyan. That's good, that's good. We know he's at least obtainable. Honestly, I would not be surprised if NHN said that they added a Melonyan and just kind of forgot to add him to the Crank-a-Guy. That wouldn't be too surprising. Watermelonyan is a myth, says Abdallah. Yeah, he was the only Fruitnyan that you didn't pull, right? So here we're going to take a look at all of our B-rank Fruitnyan right here. Here's Demona's Shiny Chaos, in case you haven't seen it. We've been pulling a lot of her, so I just included her, because why not? First, we've got Great Buddies, and he stuns all enemy yokai. It's pretty powerful in some of the trickier stages, but Unfairy is stronger. So, you might want to use Grapenyan on an all-charming team. Unfairy would be way worse in that occasion. But if you're just kind of teching in Grapenyan to any sort of team because you need an all-stunner, definitely go with Unfairy. Here we've got Fruitnyan, Strawberry Roar. It's a very, very weak all attack. Watermelon, who I'll show you guys later, is much, much more powerful. And I can go into Medallium and show you guys why. Here we've got Stubble Barrier. Did you see that little Kiwi animation? That was really cute. All of the new boosters, all of the new uppers, like the defense uppers and the attack uppers, the new ones have special animations. So if you look at Beelzebub versus Bad Mountain, they have the same little animation up on your yokai's soul gauges when they trigger the attack up. But then, if you look at Gargaros, Gargaros has these little Oni faces appear when he uses his ultimate. And then, Unicorn has a little thing, and all of those other dudes, right? But Kiwinyan right here has little Kiwi appear over your yokai, when Beetler doesn't really give anything special at all compared to Robunyan, who's also a defense upper. It's very cool to see them increasing the, I guess, animation budget for the game as the game goes on. It's fun seeing all the new little touches. Here, let's take a look at Ornyan, since I accidentally killed Schmoopy too early. And I would also like to take another look at Kiwinyan, just so that we can see his ultimate. Ooh, look at that little orange. The oranges appear over your yokai, compared to just the very generic heal animation. We can compare the animations later on if you guys want to. I'd rather get back to cranking for a little bit, but after, I love that. After you crank some more, we can do some comparisons, because I really like the unique animations they're adding. Oh, Abdallah says he is totally not going to pull a Watermelon. If you keep at it, you'll get it, but it takes a lot. NYM Kai asks, Leafy, will you play with the Switch on your channel? Yeah, I will. Just like Abdallah, I am a Nintendo brand ambassador, so I will absolutely be covering Switch games. I'm going to be doing a lot of strategy things, not so much Let's Plays. I'll be doing a lot of guides to advanced techniques in games, because I find that really interesting, and I find that I don't see a lot of people making videos like that. So I'll be covering games like ARMS, like Splatoon, in a lot of detail. Abdallah says that he's got Sangokshi to focus on, and that is very true. I don't know if you guys are catching Abdallah's Sangokshi streams, but they're really fun because he actually has somebody helping him out with translations of the games. So even though the game itself is in Japanese, we still know what's going on. And since we don't actually have Sangokshi available in America yet, hopefully we will eventually, it's really cool to catch. He does it every Saturday. So if you got nothing to do on Saturday mornings, definitely check it out. If you have something to do on Saturday mornings, then check it out while you're doing that. We got another QB here. He's finally sold him at 6, and now Inferno has 8% filled. We need 11 more QB, and then we never got to pull one again. Ooh, Snartle. That's good, that's good. Snartle's real good. Christina says, Abdallah has a lot of games to play, no time for Crank-a-Kai, like Twilight Princess. Oh, dude. Twilight Princess is really good. Definitely one of my favorite Zeldas. I thought that the whole Shadow Realm mechanic was really cool, and I liked running around as a wolf. Shadowyan 026 says, Leafy, I pulled Melonyan and Watermelon, so my cranks with my crank maxed. So that's good, Shadowyan. You were really, really lucky. You managed to pull both of the A rank Fruitnyan, and I am hoping that the same thing will happen to me. Ironically, the B ranks are much, much better in Yokai Watch 2. Like, Grapenyan and, pretty much Grapenyan, just Grapenyan, has a really good in-spirit. But Melonyan and Watermelon are A ranks, so you can only use 2 A ranks on your team, so that's really detrimental. Plus, all of them are cursed with Sharp Claws. Every single Nyan has it, and it's very upsetting because it's an awful, awful move. The only reason why Jibanyan S is good is because he has an absurdly high strength stat that makes up for the very, very low damage output of Sharp Claws. Combine that with the fact that he has extreme critical, and Jibanyan S is a very solid choice in Yokai Watch 2 Patch 2.0 along with Shinuchi. Another Mega X-Borb! That's thrilling. Who do you guys want me to spend the X-Borbs on? Because I'm getting a lot of X-Borbs, and we will be doing some stages in a little bit because we've got some extra stuff added to the game. So let me know who you want me to use the X-Borbs on, because I genuinely have no idea. Soul Secrets, awesome! That's our third Soul Secrets. As I mentioned before, I'm saving all of them up for Slurpent. Part of the reason why I grinded so much money today is because I was hoping to make a lot of Soul Secrets in preparation for Slurpent. So I'm very happy that we're pulling a lot of them. Vegito asks, Leafy, what if you found out that there are going to be Fruitnyan S ranks? I wouldn't mind it. As long as they're good, I'd be happy. But if they were just kind of not worth using, clogging up the crank, whatever, then I wouldn't be too thrilled. Because they have a lot of yokai that they still need to add. Cruncha, okay. That's good. Thornyon the Beast asks, Leafy, what is the name of the watch from Yokai Watch 3? I haven't played Yokai Watch 3 yet, but I plan to play it sometime this year. They have two watches. They have the Yokai Watch Dream, which is like a roulette thing, and then they have the Yokai Watch U, which is the blue, very sleek, modern-looking Yokai Watch. Mewtwo Maniac asks, Leafy, if you owned a time machine, would you travel to March 3rd just to buy a Switch? I would, but I wouldn't want to mess with the timeline. One of my favorite movies is Back to the Future, so I'm not so sure about time travel shenanigans. But, assuming that nothing would go wrong, I would totally do that. Abdallah says make anything an S rank, right? Well, actually, in Yokai Watch 3 Skiaki, the third version, kind of like the Pokemon Emerald or Platinum or whatever, or like Yokai Watch 2 Shinuchi, is to Ganso and Honke, also known as Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls. Yokai Watch 3's third version, Skiaki, includes an item that you can equip to a yokai, and when that yokai equips the item, their stats become S rank level. I don't know too much about it, since I haven't played Yokai Watch 3 myself, but if you do want Pandal Awoken, then you can totally have Pandal Awoken in Yokai Watch 3. Very good stuff. I don't know what happens if you try to give that item to an S rank, though. I'd imagine you can't do it. Homeboy TJ asks, Leafy, have you ever had Shogunyan? I have a Ultimate level 4, level 50 Shogunyan in Wibble Wobble, and I also have 2 level 99 perfectly competitively trained Shogunyan in Yokai Watch 2. I love Shogunyan. He's one of my favorite legends. Strabinyan jumps out to meet us. This is our 9th Fruitnyan, crossing my fingers for at least a smooth 10. That would be really fun. Strabinyan, as I said, here, I'll actually show you guys why. Strabinyan is not as good as Watermelon because of his attack stat. So if we take a look in the medallion right here, at our Fruitnyan, here's the thing. My friend Robert and I partially made a discovery, right? And it turns out that point values for ultimate moves in Wibble Wobble, when it comes to targeted attacks, such as all attackers or single target attackers, they don't matter. So Komashura has a 120 point all attack. Strabinyan's is like 83. That doesn't do anything. The point means nothing. All that the point is representative of is their attack stat, actually. So the level of your ultimate is very important. So a level 7 ultimate is more powerful than a level 1 ultimate. But a level 7 ultimate with 83 point versus a level 7 ultimate with 120 point does nothing different. All that matters is the level of their ultimate move. So a level 7 ultimate applies a certain multiplier onto your attack stat. And you know, that multiplier increases with the ultimate's level. So a level 1 ultimate might give you 10 damage for every attack you have, or those are really arbitrary numbers that make no sense. Don't think that's a fact. But anyway, so since it's purely based on the amount of attack that a yokai has, the 435 attack Strabinyan is not dealing nearly as much damage as the 511 attack Watermelon does. And that's why you'll see Japanese sites such as Game 8 and Puni Yokaipedia highly recommend pairing up Watermelon with, wait, actually don't have her, Spoilerina. Spoilerina's attack up is actually pretty low, but she gets Tribe Unity with Watermelon. So if your Spoilerina is a very high level for some reason, while your other attack uppers aren't, then go ahead and use her, because even though her attack up isn't very good, that Tribe Unity definitely gives you a lot of advantage. Abdallah says that math seems overlooked and broken, and absolutely. Because in case you guys haven't seen Robot's video on it, definitely don't want to take credit for this, he found that Kieran has a way better ultimate than Komashura. We knew from Game 8 and Puni Puni Yokaipedia that Kieran was better for Y money grinding, but I was never able to wrap my head around it. I was like, okay, Kieran gets Tribe Unity with Elder Bloom and Unikieran, and I guess Steppa if you really want to use them, but it didn't make any sense to me. But here's the thing, now that we know that Ultimate isn't tied to point, where Kieran's Ultimate is only 100 point, while Komashura's is 120 points, that's where I wasn't making the connection. I was like, Kieran's Ultimate is 20 points lower than Komashura's. So even though his attack is technically higher than Komashura's 630, since Kieran's 605 gets a 20% bonus from Tribe Unity, plus 5% from the Yokai Watch Model 0, I still couldn't understand why 20 points of Ultimate were completely and entirely outweighed by that attack increase. But now we know why. Because the Ultimate points aren't outweighed. Because there is nothing to outweigh. Ultimate points are completely and entirely arbitrary. They have no meaning. They're just kind of assigned to assign a point. So when you're deciding which yokai to use, when it comes down to a targeted attacker, such as Kieran, Komashura, Blandon, Null, Sproinkas, Demuncher, Chimera, any of those guys, only focus on their attack stat and ultimate level. Pay no mind to their ultimate point. And that's why you see that, oops, sorry about that. That's why you see Last Bushinyan, everyone's favorite entirely balanced yokai from Yokai Watch Puni Puni, has like 120 point single attack ultimate. It's like, why is his ultimate so high? Well, the reason for that is because he has literally over 1,000 attack. He can get almost 1,300 attack because the Yokai Watch U gives a huge bonus to all American yokai, which Last Bushinyan is. Last Bushinyan has 890 base attack, and he gets plus 30% full Tribe Unity with his team. Because you're like, oh, you need plus score, and you also need plus attack. But Brave doesn't have plus score. So Heartful is really the only tribe with score uppers right now. We get Elder Bloom, we get Steppa, we get all those guys, right? But later on, they introduce two very, very powerful Brave score uppers. So you get Onigumo, who is like everyone's favorite bony general, Arachnus, but black and red, and he looks very brave and creepy. And then you also get this corn dude, I can't even remember his name, but he's literally corn on the cob in this very American red, white, and blue superhero outfit. And he is almost as powerful as Elder Bloom as well. So you get both of those Brave score uppers, plus you get the classic Zero for your attack up, along with Blazion SS is going to be the most powerful attack upper in the game once he's added at 107 points. Plus, you're getting your two Brave score uppers, and check that out, you get plus 30% attack on top of Last Bushinyan's base 890 just from Tribe Unity. And that's not counting the absurd watch bonus as well. So, yeah, Last Bushinyan, almost 1,300 attack, and that's why he can make over 4,500 Y money in a single stage. It's very crazy. Let's do some more cranks, though. Demona! Alright. Looks like I was correct about how common Demona is, because she is very, very common for us today. Doll asks Cornfuse. No, I'm not thinking of Cornfuse. Cornfuse is like E rank, I think. This guy is A rank, and he's brave. He looks really heroic. He's cool. He might evolve from Cornfuse, maybe, but he definitely isn't Cornfuse himself. Alright, King Mara. As I mentioned earlier, a friend of mine, Lunix, discovered that King Mara is very, very powerful despite being a board popper. He pops 2 zones, like Ashura does, if you guys have seen him from Puni. I think Eiler has the same exact ultimate. So, you know, King Mara, you might be like, oh, he's just a popper, we wouldn't want to use him too much, but he is more powerful than Chimera. He is so dang strong that the fact that he's a popper is severely outweighed by the fact that he deals more damage than Chimera. The only reason to not use poppers is because they're usually outweighed by single attackers, but King Mara isn't. He's really good. Christina says, I might have to go help my mom get her car in the garage. If I disappear, that's why, because we have an ice storm right now. Christina, take care. Definitely guard yourself from the ice storm, and thank you for coming to mod the stream. Nice! Soul Secrets! I was hoping when I saw that little item spark that it would be a Soul Secret, but I didn't want to jinx it and be like, oh, Mega X-Orb. Nice, that is our 4th Soul Secret today. Very exciting. Gamers Online says, Leafy, all your statistics are hurting my brain and I didn't get a single thing you said. Alright guys, so in case you didn't understand what I said, here's the gist of it. Look at a yokai's attack stat. The higher it is, the better that yokai is. And that's it. However, if a yokai has a higher ultimate level, just 1 to 7, level 1 to 7, then you might want to pay more attention to that than the attack stat. That's the short version. Alright, let's see. Hopefully we get a 5th Soul Secret. I wouldn't mind that. These Fruitnyan are really hurting our chances of pulling Soul Secrets. Wow, Demuncher, nice. Now we've got him at Soul Ultimate level 4. That's not bad. But yeah, these Fruitnyan are hurting our chances. We've done a lot of Y money, and we've only gotten 4 Soul Secrets. When last time we got like 5 in just 100k. Sandy. Okay, alright. Sandy is actually now at Soul Ultimate level 6. I think I missed that, or I forgot it. So that's good. That's good. We need 11 more Sandy. And once we've got 11 Sandy, then she's done. She's out of our crank. Bang. Goodbye. Festus Omoko asks, Abdallah and Leafy, who is Cornfuse? Cornfuse is a yokai from Yokai Watch 3. I forget what tribe he is, but he's very low ranked. And we know his English name from Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble promotional materials that were given exclusively to a Californian sushi bar. Very, very bizarre promotion that I still don't understand why they did it, but it allows us to learn some yokai names in advance when they're featured in those materials. For example, we knew that Robonyan F Gata, or F-Type, would simply be translated as Robonyan F before Yokai Watch 2 came to the Americas. It's also how we found out about Camelia's English name. She was in the same batch of magnets that were being given out at the sushi bar. Basically, you spend, I think, $10 or more, and they give you a random Wibwob magnet from a certain assortment. It's also how we know that Usapyon will be keeping his name. So Usapyon fans, hang in there. They aren't changing his name. Keep calling him Usapyon, and he'll be added to Wibwob soon enough. Sharp 7 Proto. I guess this wasn't directly asked to me, so I will answer this again. I don't think Usapyon will be coming until very, very late this year, if he does come this year at all. My money's on him not coming this year at all, honestly. I think he'll come early 2018 at this point. It all depends on when Busters releases. If we find out, once we find out when the base versions of Busters release, come back to me and ask me when Usapyon will come to Wibwob. Then I can give you a more accurate answer. Abdallah says Pinto Korin from Fire Emblem. I'd play it. I'd play it. Is Pinto Korin in Yokai Sangokshi? I could see that. He's from Yokai Watch 3, so I guess he's not in Sangokshi. But if they do make Sangokshi 2 and they add Pinto Korin, you gotta name it Pinto Korin. Yes, we got Hot Dog Abdallah. This is our second one today, I think. I've gotten a lot of him because, in case you guys haven't seen my article, I also made a video about how the Crank-a-kai works in this game. Once you pull a legendary seal, such as Swell Terrier, our beloved hot dog, their rate of you pulling them from the crank increases by a very large amount. I would say doubles, but I don't have the stats for it. I think it increases more than double, honestly. They definitely drop down a rarity tier. Wow, oh my, did we just get 2 Demona in a row? I think we did. This is our, what, 7th Demona? Because we definitely have just pulled 5. And then she wasn't at Soultimate 5 beforehand, so we had to have at least pulled 6. So I think that we've pulled 7 Demona today, which is pretty crazy. Let's take a look at the other content that this update brought us today. So, obviously, I have some missions to claim, usually. Oh, hey, we got a 5-star coin in Soul Secrets. The Super Gamer 550 asks, Leafy, do you plan on posting any YouTube videos on your channel soon, or is it still a work in progress? Any tips you might have for starting YouTube? So, yeah, I will be posting a video this week, and it's going to be about my predictions. My predictions have been very, very spot on for Wibble Wobble lately. In the past, I'd say 6 months. I've predicted pretty much everything that they've done. Obviously, there's like a few week window, but I've been good on everything that they're giving us. And because of that, I will be creating a video about what to expect from Wibble Wobble in the coming months. As the year goes on, it's more difficult to predict things, but over these next few months, I have a lot of predictions about what we'll see, and I hope and think that I'll be correct. So definitely check me out on YouTube if you're interested in seeing what Wibble Wobble has in store for us. Abdallah says, what's the point of boosting Ramona's Ultimate? Are you joking or are you on your phone, Abdallah? Autocorrect right there. The point of boosting her Ultimate is she will actually cost less on her soul gauge. So I'll get to that right now, actually. Let's take a little detour. So if you check out Demona here, it says 12 soul points to rearrange 4 Wibble Wobbles. So at Soultimate level 1, it's like 17 soul points to rearrange 4 Wibble Wobble. And every time you level her up, she reduces by 1 soul point, so it becomes easier and quicker to charge her Soultimate. And she also begins rearranging more Wibble Wobble. So 4 Wibble Wobble is the max, since if you remove 4 Wibble Wobble from the board, then there's only 1 Wibble Wobble left, which means that you're essentially rearranging all of your yokai. The 4 can be confusing. You might think, why is she only rearranging 4, not 5? But she actually is rearranging all Wibble Wobble on the board. So if you want to take a look at another organizer on the board, such as Tengloom, he's 15 soul points to rearrange 3 Wibble Wobble. So taking a look at Demona, it's 12 to rearrange 4, which means that if we were to level Tengloom's Ultimate 3 more times, up to the maximum of Ultimate level 7, he too would have 12 soul points, because it's -1 per Ultimate level, to rearrange 4 Wibble Wobble. The Crazed Potato Man asks, Leafy, why don't you make live streams on your own channel? That's because I'm not too big of a fan of how YouTube does streams. I think that it can be kind of difficult sometimes. So I prefer streaming on Twitch. It's just twitch.tv/101leafy. Follow me there, and you'll see me do other streams, more casual streams, besides these Crank-a-kai parties. So right now, you can see on my screen right here, we are actually going to see Apak's test. So last week, if you played Wibble Wobble, or if you watched the stream, you might have noticed that they named Supyo Apak. And Supyo is actually his recolor. Apak is the proper evolution of Wakapa. So now that they finally added the mission that they should have added last week that allows us to get Apak, we're going to try and get him right now. So you need an 88 or more combo at stage 257, which is the boss stage on Flat Pot Plains. So we gotta fight Total Dude and Arachnus, which is why I'm doing this with a bit of money. And we gotta get a combo of 88. I think that the best strategy will be to defeat Total Dude so he's not rocking our board, and then we'll have a much easier time getting combos. Once we get him, then I will demo him alongside the A-rank Fruitnyan. So you've got Venoct Awoken for that awesome stun. And then we'll do Zero, Shogunyan, Snartle, and Illuminact. Just to get some damage out. So we're going down to Flatpot Plains, which is the most recent Wibble Wobble update in terms of maps. In case you missed my live stream last week, this is the War Zone from Yokai Watch 2, where the Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls fight. So right here is our stage 257. You need a combo of 88 or more. Gamers Online says, what's your opinion on Majora's Mask, Leafy? It's my favorite Zelda game. My favorite 3D Zelda game. My favorite Zelda game of all time, along with 2D Zelda games, is Phantom Hourglass. Though that's kind of an unpopular opinion, I know that. I really like it though. Oh my god. So, Arachnus, when he attacks, he will steal your Yokai's ultimates. So you need to pop a bunch of their Wibwobs in order to unseal their soul meters. So right now I would like to charge up Venoct Awoken, and once we charge him up, we'll use his ultimate to defeat and stun Total Dude. In case you didn't know, if you use a single target attack that also stuns, and you defeat the target, that stun transfers over to your next target. It's very, very, very useful. Alright. We're defeated, but that's okay, we have a lot of money. Hopefully we can charge up Shogunyan before he's sealed up again. And with that, Total Dude is going down. Abdallah says, how are we not at 500 likes, everyone? Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely, guys. If you want to see more Wibwob streams from me, then definitely smash that like button, because that helps me out a lot, lets me know that you're interested in seeing more streams. It's good to do. Ooh, oh, whoops. 1 second, sorry about that. How do you beat the final boss of Phantom Hourglass? I can't beat it, says Gamers Online. You get this little power later on in the game. I think that you need to hang in for a bit and you actually can attack the boss. But then a minute later, you get a power that lets you stop time, and that's how you defeat it. I don't remember. I played it a long time ago. Zarival says, I can't hit the like button more than once. It just doesn't work that way, it seems. That's unfortunate, but I can see why they do that. Alright, cool, we're back. I think. Wibwob's really... It's a glitchy game. Wibwob will decide to not work sometimes. You'll be playing and it will just be like, I don't really feel like it. But we're starting it back up. 1 second. Rover asks, Leafy, do you know anyone I can replace Eiler with? Yes. If you have Slimeamander S, Slimeamander S is a much more powerful random Wibwob popper that's also of the Shady tribe. If you didn't manage to grab Slimeamander S during the Befriend a Boss event, then the best Shady attacker is actually Blandin. Null is really good, but Null is, as I mentioned earlier, very difficult to level. Blandin, on the other hand, you recruit a Dimmy, give him a couple levels, and you're good to go. I definitely recommend using Blandin if you want a Shady yokai. Death Madness asks, when's your battle stream? Do you mean like Yokai Watch 2 on Twitch? I could do that at some point. If you are interested in me doing that, then let me know on Twitter so I don't forget. Just be like, hey Leafy, this time would be really good for me. And I'll keep that in mind. Gamers Online says, Leafy, your streams make me look forward to Monday and Tuesday. I'm glad. Wibwob makes me look forward to Monday and Tuesday. It's why I get up in the morning. Here, we're trying to unseal Shogunyan, so that then we can charge his ultimate, and once we do that, we will ultimate Total Dude, and he'll be done for. Arachnus' ultimate is really devastating in this game, though, because you effectively have to charge your ultimate gauge twice, since you have to charge it once to unseal the yokai, and then another time just to actually charge it. 30 more likes, says Abdallah. Let's do it. I don't know what number we're trying to get to. 500, I think? I have the chat popped out, but definitely can do 30 more likes, guys. Oh, wow. Again, Venoct Awoken is sealed up before he can even be, have his ultimate move used. Oh, I think I figured it out. If you manage to create a size 13 Wibwob, then when you pop it, you'll have your ultimate all ready to go. Because the final pop before you unseal a yokai's soul meter actually goes into its charge. So, check this out, I think. Oh, no. So, when you unseal a yokai, the pop that you give it charges it halfway up, I think? Probably. Or maybe it's always when you unseal them. Yeah, so when you unseal a yokai, the final pop that you do to unseal its soul meter gives it half the soul points that it normally would. It's a little confusing, but it's nice. So if you do size 13, then you automatically get half your soul meter filled. Alright, nice. We now have Total Dude defeated. So with him out of the way, so he doesn't rock our board, we can now work on getting a very high combo. So in case you missed it, we need a combo of 88 or more in order to recruit Appak through a mission. So what's funny about that is, he's only available through that single mission. As a result, Appak is as rare as a legend. So Shogunyan, all of those guys, Spoilerina, Professor, all of them are of equal rarity to Appak. And the irony is that he actually has the same exact ultimate move as Supyo does, his recolor. So there is very, very little reason to actually use him, or rather use both. I think Appak has a slightly higher attack stat, so you actually want to use him over Supyo. But as A-rank diagonal poppers, neither are particularly thrilling. However, the reason why we need Appak is because he is a legend seal, and not just any legend seal. He unseals Slurpent, the most powerful, most overpowered yokai in the game, to the point that NHN has effectively made him unusable in Puni Puni, because they are so frightened by the monster that they created. So hopefully we can snag Slurpent in an unnerfed state, and use him next stream. He's really, really crazy, so tune in if you're interested in seeing him. My prediction is that Unikirin will be added next week, since Demuncher and Chimera, or rather Demuncher and Kingmera, the legend seals for Spoilerina and Professor, were added 2 weeks after the Harrisville update. So Slurpent seals, besides the Unikirin, who's Crank exclusive, were added in the Flat Pop Plains update, similar to how Spoilerinas and Professors were added in the Harrisville update. So seeing Unikirin added to the Crankakai next week would definitely not be a surprise, but it would definitely be exciting. So here we're at combo level 78, 80, 81. We've only got a couple more. Let's hope I don't drop this. We're almost dead, but when you're defeated, your combo doesn't drop. Nice, 88, 89. Can we do 100? Let's do 100, and then we'll defeat him. 95. Oh, we defeated him before we could get to 100 combo. Nice, though. We're getting an Appak easy. I think we only had to do one continue, too, so that was not too bad. Jacob Spencer says, did you see the new Black Yokai Watch Dream trailer? I like the classic art style. I did, and it's very, very exciting. I love the new Yokai Watch. It looks awesome. Owen Turnbull asks, Leafy, is there an update each week? Not necessarily. NHN has been trying to do that for the past around 2 months, and I really appreciate that. But sometimes they might skip a week. Sakura redeeming the mission. Want to be friends? Fine. If not, it's no big deal. Well, you know what? It is a big deal that we friend, because he's a legend seal. Now, they haven't actually added Slurpin's legendary page yet to the Yokai Medallion, so unfortunately we don't get that shiny seal. However, rest assured, once they add the legend page to the medallion next week, then Appak will be glowing. Go for a world record, says Abdallah. I wanted to get 100 combo, but I didn't. However, I might actually have gotten a record. Let's check it out. Record notes. Biggest combo is 157 on May 23rd. So I did not get a record. Didn't even get my own record. Most damage inflicted Landon. Interesting. So let's keep on cranking. Probably an X-Borb. Fruitnyan, not bad, not bad. I think this is our 10th Fruitnyan. Obviously our second Fruitnyan. We also got 2 Oranyan, 3 Strawbinyan. So that makes 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 Grapenyan is 8. But that's not correct, because I know that we had 8 last time. Someone remind me what our Fruitnyan total is at. Or rather, I guess we can check our Ultimates. We can go Charming. We have not pulled Watermelon or Melonyan yet, which is a little disappointing. Fruitnyan's at 2, Oranyan is at 2.5, so that makes 5. Strawbinyan means we've pulled 3, so that's 8. And then, I think we pulled... We might have pulled 2 to make 10? 2 Grapenyan? I wouldn't be surprised. Let's say we've pulled 2 Grapenyan and we're at 10 Fruitnyan right now. When do you think they'll add Master Nyata to Wibble Wobble? Asked the Grovile Gamer. I don't think they'll add him for a very long time, because he's not even in Puni yet. And they haven't added all the Yokai Watch 3 guys to Puni, so Nyata might have been sorely overlooked. I'm sorry. Gamers Online says, "Ah, my brain is hurting from all the math. I think we were just doing simple addition, gamers." I'm not sure your brain should hurt from that. The Fruitnyan looks so tasty, says Owen. Be careful. Don't eat the Fruitnyan. I think the medallion descriptions for all the Fruitnyan are all very morbid. All of the Fruitnyan exists just to be eaten. It's very scary. Here, Watermelon. Popular with kids in the summertime, Watermelon is afraid of being smashed open on summer days. That's so sad. He's afraid of people bashing his head open. Meanwhile, Melonyan, a juicy yokai who's been known to fetch high prices and looks down on other fruit as a result. So not only do people buy and sell Melonyan, Melonyan is proud of being a product on the fruit market. That's that's a really weird life as a yokai. And over here we've got Strawbinyan. This yokai knows that there's no honor greater than being placed on top of a strawberry shortcake. So like I said, Strawbinyan lives just to be eaten on a cake. What's he doing fighting then? Why is he on our team? Why is he friending us? Why doesn't he just go to a bakery? Here we've got Grapenyan. Grapenyan's aroma drives the ladies crazy, and boy does this narcissistic yokai know it. So he knows that people want to eat him, and he uses that as leverage. I guess he doesn't want to be eaten, but he takes advantage of the fact that people want to eat him. What's your favorite SS rank yokai in Wibble Wobble? Asks Drakunyan Yokai. Blazion SS. He's a very powerful attack upper and healer, and he's also Brave Tribe, so he's way strong. Though, I guess in Wibble Wobble, so yeah. He'll be added soon, so that counts. And then we've got Fruitnyan and Oranyan, whose descriptions I have never seen before. This Kiwi Kitty combo has a charming furry coat, which keeps this fruity yokai safe from harm. That's good! Fruitnyan is happy being alive and well. Fruitnyan doesn't want to be eaten. Fruitnyan wants to keep himself safe, and I can respect that. Let's take a look at his voice and animations. Oh god, that voice sounds weird. I'll turn it up. All of the Fruitnyan are voiced by the same lady, I think. If you listen to all their voices, they all have the same voice. So if you played Yokai Watch 2, these all probably look familiar because all the wonderful Wibble Wobble models and animations are taken from 2. I love that kiwi texture on Fruitnyan. It looks really nice. And it also looks nice in-game in Yokai Watch 2. And over here we've got Oranyan. I think they might have 2 voice actresses. Maybe. But definitely the Fruitnyan voice and the Grapenyan voice are the exact same thing. Listen. Versus... It's the same person for all of them. I love it. It's so good. So you can see all of their attack animations are sharp claws. One of the worst moves in the game. Just 45 damage times 2 for a total of 90 damage over only 2 hits. It's not great compared to Fair and Balanced Slash at 132 damage for 3 hits. Hey Leafy, I'm back, says King Caden Plays. Welcome back, dude. Here we've got Fruitnyan. See? It's the same voice actress. Here we've got their animations. I like the little wind one, that's really cute. I like the strawberry texture, it's nice, and the stem on the top is a nice touch. Look at the flower for the collar, I never noticed that. Instead of just a little white circle, Strawbernyan's got a little flower there, with like the middle of the flower as a yellow bell. It's cool. Then we've got the A ranks, who we haven't actually pulled yet. We've got Watermelon. And this is definitely a different voice actor. Same animations. Different wind animation though. And then finally, we've got Melonyan. Can't tell if that's the same voice actor or not. Might be someone different. And then same animations, except for Win, he's got that other Fruitnyan Win animation. Alright, let's do some more cranks. Dominic Badillo asks, Leafy, are you going to try to get all the Fruitnyan, and will you use all of them in a battle if you get them? Yeah, I'll do another demo if you guys want to see that. Gamers Online says, Leafy, Orion's voice in Yokai Watch 2 makes you feel very uncomfortable. Me too, me too. We got Venoct, our first of the day, despite all of our QB being pulled. Venoc's really good. He's a random popper. He's very, very powerful. He's Slippery Tribe, which pairs nice with Slurpent. Once we get him, he's good. I don't mind pulling him. Probably an X4. Hey, a second Venoct. That was just like, oh, we aren't pulling many Venoct. And bam, slooping back around to where we pulled 2 Venoct in a row. Nice. Skyland Bellows, Master of Gaming, asks, when do you think Skiaki Yokai will come to Yokai Watch Puni Puni? They already are. They're already adding some Skiaki guys. They're adding all of the 7 lucky gods in their newest events. They've already added Enma Awoken, who is obviously Skiaki exclusive, and then, or at least the mascot for it. And they're also adding some other yokai, such as Dibanyan T from Buster's T, with the little Indiana Jones outfit. Salty Penguino asks, how many yokai games are there, Leafy? Well, you have your 3 mainline games, plus Sungokshi, which is a spin-off, as well as Buster's, which is a spin-off, so that makes 5. And then you have Just Dance Yokai Watch Edition for the Wii U, which makes 6. And mobile games, you've got Wibble Wobble, which makes 7, plus Daijiten and Garapo Rhythm, which are coming out soon, to make 9, plus Yokai Watch for mobile, a port of the original Yokai Watch 1, but I count it as a different game because it has online play and all sorts of other crazy stuff. So that makes a total of 10 Yokai Watch games. Owen asks, Leafy, how's your day been? Busy. Busy, Owen. Thank you for asking. How's yours been? Having fun with you guys, though. My day is super fantastic right now because I'm streaming with you. They also added Nyastet, says Gamer Logan. Yeah, Nyastet is another yokai from Buster's T that they added to Puni recently. He's a shady all-attacker that's slightly weaker than Komoshura. Pepion jumps out to meet us. We have way too many of him already, so I am not psyched about that. Very sad. He's just a healer, so nothing too special. Healers are like, they can help, I guess, but they're not as good as any other aggressive yokai. You are way better off using an attacker and just finishing off that stage in one attack. Gamers Online asks, do you know if anyone has gotten Komajiro S from all of their Thanksgiving coins? Probably not. That would be really difficult to do. Jibanyan A jumps out to meet us. Nice. We now need 5 more in order to max him out. Sean Deep says, hi Leafy. Hey man, how's it going? Salty Penguino asks, did you play Star Fox Zero? I did not, but I've been meaning to. It looks good. It's made by Platinum, so gotta play that. QB! We've gotten a lot of him today. I think that's our 4th QB, actually. Edith Natalie Guezo, hope I pronounced that right, that's pretty long, asks, Leafy, what is your best yokai? My best yokai is probably Elderbloom. Elderbloom belongs on every single team. He makes you money, he makes you score, he's good anywhere and everywhere. Use Elderbloom if you have him. Watermelon! Hey! It's one of my favorite Fruitnyan, along with Melonyan. So now the only Fruitnyan that we have not managed to pull today is Melonyan. And once we pull him, we've gotten every single Fruitnyan. It's nice. So Seed and Attack, which as I mentioned earlier is an all attack similar to Komoshura, is now at level 2.5. Death Madness asks, Leafy, when will Whisper become a playable character? Well, he is in Yokai Watch 3, in case you didn't know. But in Puni Puni, he has not been added. I doubt he ever will. But we do have Wismellow Man, so there you go. Alright, let's keep cranking. Nice, says Abdallah. Oh yeah, very nice. We got paid back with Holy X-Orbs, unfortunately. But we still have 20 cranks left, I think. So let's hang in there. And really hope that we get Melonyan. Come on, Melonyan. We got 20 cranks left. Come on. Hey, Camellia. Not bad. I don't mind getting Camellia because she's super rare. So it's at least like, hey, I have Camellia. Good. Abdallah says, don't forget Whisper and Sangokshi. So that's Wispe, right? I don't think he's playable in Puni Puni, unfortunately, Abdallah. But he is in Sangokshi, and he is in Yokai Watch 3. And I think Wispe is also in Yokai Watch Busters. But then again, I know nothing about Yokai Watch Busters. So, there you go. You'll have to check on that yourself. Salty Penguino asks, did you play any of the Pokemon games? Yes, I've played out all of them. Love Pokemon. Another Demona. This is our 8th Demona, if my calculations are correct. Rather, my memory. That's a lot of Demona today. Abdallah Smash says, so, the only Fruitnyan you don't have is Melonian. Yes. I do not have Melonian yet, but I hope that I'll pull him. Or rather, I do have him. I pulled him back in August during the Orikanos Terror Time event. But I haven't pulled him today, and I've pulled all the other Fruitnyans, so I'm really hoping I will. Demona, this is our 9th Demona, I think, right? Yes? 9 Demona. If we can get to Sultimate level 6 today, that would be really funny. Shanitra Hollis asks, do you have a Sailor Nyan or an S-rank Bony yokai? Yes, I think that I have an S-rank Bony. I'll have to check on that. Hey, Jiva S, nice. So, hey, Shanitra, you were just asking about S-rank Bony yokai. Jibanyan S actually is exclusive to Bony Spirits patch 2.0, so there you have it. Here's our Bony exclusive S-rank. YoloYan the Cat asks, have you ever cranked a Hovernyan? Yes. I have cranked Hovernyan, I think 2 times. Yeah. I cranked him 3 times, actually. So he's at Ultimate level 2.5. Bob Meme Lord asks, when will we get Nyanpachi Sensei? I don't think we've gotten him yet in Puni, but I really hope so, because that's one of my favorite anime segments. And in case you guys haven't seen, Nyanpachi is added to the video games in Yokai Watch 3. He's actually pretty central to the gameplay. Turn Up the Ostrich asks, do item droppings ultimate stack? In Wibble Wobble they do, in mainline they don't. Hey, another Swelterior, Abdallah. This is our third Swelterior today. And that means we have, one to pull, one to get to Ultimate 2, two more to get to Ultimate 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 more to get to Ultimate 4, and then 6 more on top of that 8 to get to 5, which is 14, plus 4 means that we have pulled 18 Swelterior, Abdallah, if you're listening. 18 Swelterior, 18 hot dogs. Victor asks when patch 2.0 is coming out. Probably in the summer. It's not coming out until the exact day Shinuchi is coming out, so do not believe the rumors, because those rumors are actually just made up things. They aren't actually rumors or leaks or anything. Patch 2.0 is not coming until the exact day Shinuchi hits. Edith asks, Leafy, what is the strongest Yokai Watch 2 boss? Cat Cradle, also known as Ayatori-sama. He's really, really difficult. If you haven't faced him yet, he's the true final boss of Yokai Watch 2, so I'm not going to spoil anything. He's in Abdallah's final episode of the Yokai Watch 2 playthrough. He is very, very hard to defeat. He requires you to specially build a team just to defeat him, and you need to have a mastery over all of the game's mechanics. It's a very, very well done boss fight, as are all of the other Yokai Watch bosses, one of my favorite parts of the game. Cruncha jumps out to meet us for the 4th time today. It's pretty good luck. Omar says, I hope you get Strawmanyan, Leafy. Why? I don't want Strawmanyan. Strawmanyan's so bad, and we've already gotten 3 of him. At least hope for Watermelon. Hey, a second Pepion. General Meromac asks, how did you get 18 Swelterior? Millions of Y money in the crank. Literal millions. Dolphin Squared says, Leafy, rumors are like false fuel to the hype train. It destroys people's interest when the developers finally announce or denounce them. Yeah, that's true. People spreading the rumors are unfortunately just kind of psyching people out. But once they truly announce Shinuchi, that's going to be so hype. That's going to be Yokai Watch Revival right there. Everyone's going to be playing it. I'll be holding tournaments as I used to when people were up for that. It's going to be lots of fun. This is our second D-Muncher today, I think, which is exciting because D-Muncher is very good and very rare. So I'm happy that we pulled another one. Delta Sapphire says, I remember Johnny got Pepion. He screamed at 3 in the morning. Oh, I screamed when I got Pepion too. I literally jumped up, and I jumped up so fast when I was sitting down that I almost dropped my phone. I almost fell out of my hand. I was like, Pepion! Yeah! Because I was 5 months into the game. It was mid-August, and I was really stressing about not pulling him before the Score Attack Reviver. And every time before I would start cranking, I would always do some sort of bizarre ritual. So I would like go on the Discord and I would type little prayer emoji, or I would spin the crank in a certain way. I'd be like, Pepion, come to me. And he finally did. Before I cranked that one, I did like a little Pepion prayer. I made all my team heartful healers. I was like, Pepion, please. And I actually got him. It was awesome. I don't think that had anything to do with it, but good. Zarivas says, D-Muncher isn't rare to me, to be honest. It's strange. He is my second highest S-Rank ultimate. What level is he at? I'm interested to know. This is our, like, 5th Eterna today. You know, it's not bad that we're pulling these duplicates, because it just means that we're closer to maxing our crank. Albero the Dimension says, hi. Hi, Albero. How's it going? Omar asks, will you make any more live streams of Wibble Wobble, Leafy? Yes, I will be streaming Wibble Wobble next Monday for next week's event. Because, what day does this event end? Fruitnyan, join the party. Event period until midnight on January 22nd. January 22nd is next Sunday, so yeah. At 4 p.m. next week on Abdallah's channel, I will be doing another Crankakai party for whatever event hits, hopefully Unikirin. And then, you know, throughout the week, mainly during the weekend, I do stream Wibble Wobble, sometimes Yokai Watch 2, sometimes other things, on my Twitch, so you can find me at twitch.tv/101leafy, Leafy. It's right in the corner of the video there. I'm also on Twitter if you have any questions for me or have any requests for things you'd like to see me make. And I'm also on YouTube, which I will begin posting videos of my own very soon. This week, my first video on YouTube will be about my predictions for the updates and events that will be hitting Wibble Wobble in the upcoming months. And my predictions have been pretty spot on for Wibble Wobble's past almost year. So I'm excited to share my thoughts about the future of Wibble Wobble with you guys, because I think that they'll be pretty accurate. Almost on S, nice. Good to level him up. Luke the Great asks Leafy, when will we get Tetsuya? He's also one of my favorite yokai, and I can't wait to get him in Wibble Wobble. Yeah, he's my favorite yokai too, in case you couldn't tell from my avatar. I like him and his evolution, Kontetsu. They're my favorites. And I don't think we'll get him for a very long time, but they have retroactively been adding old yokai lately, such as the first anniversary event added a ton of Yokai Watch 1 yokai. And the Combo Terror Time event added a ton of Yokai Watch 1 and 2 yokai. So I would not be surprised to see Tetsuya and Kontetsu come to Wibble Wobble soon. Or rather, Puni Puni. Wibble Wobble in 2020. Daystalker0190 asks, can you get Katie's grandpa in this game? He's probably asking about Maximus K, also known as Yokai Guts F. And the answer to that is no, unfortunately. However, you can get Maximus N, also known as Yokai Guts K. It's a very confusing naming scheme. But you can get him. He's automatically given to you once you reach Sam Fantastico. Crimson Arzuros says, this is the best music for cranking. It is! It's one of my favorite tracks in Yokai Watch 2. Along with my, the standby music that I play versus a classic yokai, that's my favorite boss battle music. Fruitnyan jumps out to meet you. Awesome, I think that's our 11th Fruitnyan? We only have 4 Y money cranks left, and 2 coin G cranks and 1 Halloween coin. So hopefully we get Melonyan with our Y money. Shiny Yoshi asks, and this is the only time that I will acknowledge people comparing my username to this, because I'd like to clear this up. He asks, hello Leafy, how did you get the name Leafy? Is it from Leafy is Here? And no, I created the username Leafy and began using it over 3 years before Leafy is Here became a thing online. I actually think it might have been 4 or 5 years, I'd have to check. But I started using the name 101 Leafy on a Pokemon forum back in like 2005. Because my favorite Pokemon is, because my favorite type is Grass type. So then obviously when Leafeon came around, my favorite Pokemon is Leafy, or Leafeon, so Leafy began to fit more with that. But I actually think I created that username before Leafeon existed during Gen 3, because I joined to talk about Emerald. So it was probably just because I like Grass type Pokemon the most. No connection to that guy who made his username many, many years after I made mine. So that's why I'm sticking with it, because I was the first. Do a ritual from Melanian, says Gamers Online. Alright, pray in the chat, pray. Oh man, the emoji don't work if you have caps lock on. Oops. Pray. I hope we get Melania. So here we got 5-star coin, 2 blue coin G, and 1 Halloween coin. So let's crank those before we do our Y money cranks. Oliver Almond says, who is Kontetsu, Leafy 101? Can you please respond? Kontetsu, stylized in all capital letters, Kantetsu, is the evolution of Tetsuya, also known as Wide Awake in the American games. I'm not a fan of that name, and since they're my favorite yokai, I just call them by their original names. So Wide Awake evolves into All Nighta, Tetsuya is Wide Awake, and Kontetsu is All Nighta. Sorry for the confusion. I don't use the names much, and people use them in the chat, so I usually just forget to switch over. But yes, I would like Wide Awake and All Nighta to come to Wibble Wobble soon. Something good, hopefully. Hey, a second Null. I do not mind that at all. Null is very difficult to level his Ultimate. Our final blue coin G. Will we get a Beelzebub? I would not mind that. No. This is nothing good. This is something really bad, actually. Yeah, come on, come on. So the reason why he's in the coin G is because he's a rare appearance. Only a 5% chance of appearing on the single stage that he appears on. So that's why he's in there. And finally, Halloween coin. You can pull a Luminoct, Wismellow Man, or any Y Money yokai. Eterna. Of course we pull her. Nice. That's what, our 8th Eterna today? Nice. Oh, and we have one more Y Money Crank. So please, please, give us Melonyan. Abdallah Smash says, Noah's awesome. Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite yokai from Yokai Watch 1. And he's also very, very good in this game. So, not a bad pull. Oh my god. Another Eterna. That's 2 Eterna in a row. Nice. So, we almost got her to Ultimate level 6. We unfortunately did not. But with that out of the way, thankfully, I did pull multiple Melonyan during the previous event that he could be pulled in. So, I will be demonstrating all of the Fruitnyan right now. I did multiple demos of Oranyan and Kiwinyan, as well as one of most of them. But I will go back and show you guys, because I know some people just joined. So, I'll be demoing all of them right now. Here we've got the 2 A ranks. Strawbinyan, Grapenyan, and Kiwinyan. And then we'll bring in Oranyan after this. This stage is too tough to do testing on. We'll die before we can get our Ultimates up. Oh, downtown Springdale. Leafy, have you done Score Attack? Because Illuminac wants payback, says Samo Jammo. Yeah, I saw that. I actually forgot to mention that to you guys, and I'll show that after this. Illuminac is this week's Brave Yokai instead of Beetle. So Beetle is very, very awful, while Illuminac is very, very good. So the fact that we are getting a big boss worth recruiting, even though they aren't an SS rank proper big boss, is very exciting and a step in the right direction. And with all the other SS rank Buster's big bosses being added to the medallion, I am very excited about what Score Attack holds for us in the future. Oh yeah, Grapenyan's soul meter is greater than 13 because he's a stunner. So here we've got Kiwinyan, Grapenyan, Melonyan, and Watermelonyan. So we'll use them all in Fever so that we don't accidentally kill both of them. Here we've got Melonyan up, and finally Strawbinyan. We'll go in order. Senior Attack is an all attack right there, damages both targets. Strawberry Roar is also an all attack, but it's much weaker. Melon Masher is a random pop, just like a normal Pause of Fury. Great Buddies stuns all enemies on the board, and Stubble Barrier, check out that animation, with the little kiwi, decreases the damage that you take for the next 5 seconds. Sully Seahawks asks, Leafy, is your Y Money tip spin on Abdallah's channel? No, because I don't have one. I will be making one next week after Slurpent releases, because Slurpent completely changes the Y Money making game. Let's see here. Final Fruitnyan is Oranyan, the Filthy Goat's favorite. We got him to Ultimate level 3 because we pulled quite a few of him. So let's go. Let's check out his Ultimate for those of you who haven't seen it yet. Alright, so... Oh, why am I charging Melonyan? We want to charge Oranyan. Let's go. Got size 12. Oranyan is just a healer, so his soul meter is actually only 13 soul points, which is nice, unlike the stunner Grapenyan. So here, you'll see we got that little orange animation over the soul meters, plus a very minute heal. We can check on the power of his ultimate. If you guys want to see that animation, because it's a little quick, I'll do it again. I really just love how you get that little orange over your soul meters. It's really cute. Cookie Slayer says, I'm one yokai away from Fruitnyan and is torturing me. Try recruiting some of the wicked yokai in the Divine Paradise. They're pretty easy to miss, and there are a lot of them, so they can really help fill out your medallion. A lot of them are very low ranked, too, so that can really help you out. So here, in case you missed it, watch these soul meters right here. You get the oranges, because you're healing with orange power. So that's 266 heal right there. It's nothing too substantial, but it's good. It's good. If you want a healer and you're using a charming team, Fruitnyan is usually who you want to go with. Because Spoilerina, obviously you want to get her, but if you don't have her unsealed due to not pulling King Mara, Fruitnyan is the way to go, in my opinion. Here we've got Score Attack ranking rewards I wanted to show you guys. We recruited Count Cavity last week from Score Attack. So we actually get 2 since I was in the top 50. Count Cavity is only obtainable as a big boss in Score Attack in Wibble Wobble or through Medal Point battles. You can also get him from a mission, I think, but that's about it. Fortunately, he's not that good. He is a shady ball popper with pretty low attacks, so it's good that we can level him this way, but it's nothing really exciting. King Caden Plays asks, Leafy, can you get Wicked Yokai? Yeah, they're available later on in the game, though, so you gotta make it to San Fantastico, and then you can get Wicked. I haven't recruited a lot of them, because none of them are that fantastic, but here you can see, got the Wicked Yokai. Palisol turned wicked, the regrets of a discarded umbrella brought to life. It's cool. So let's see, does Venoctowoken and Score Attack have different yokai following him? Because I know that the trios all depend on who the big boss is, but this doesn't look different. Oh, oops, sorry about that. Hang on one second. Leafy, how do you get so high in Score Attack? Asks Lucas Leaf. Well, I can show you guys my ideal Score Attack team, but I'm playing on Nox today, so I actually can't demo it. Next week, though, I will be playing on my phone. I finally got something that will allow me to stream from my phone, so I will be doing a full Score Attack attempt, hopefully with the crazy Slurpent, who has a lot going on for him, so he completely changes how Score Attack is played. So I will definitely be streaming from my phone, hopefully with Slurpent, but even if he doesn't come out, I will be showing you guys how I get such a high score in Score Attack. So right here, on our team, here it's Brave, and Brave is weak to Shady and Eerie. However, Eerie does not have a very good single target attacker, so I use Blandon. If you have null leveled, definitely use him, because he has, I think he has 420 attack actually, while Blandon has 310, something like that. 504 while Blandon has 420, that's right. So, Blandon actually has more than I thought, but Null has more than I thought as well. At 504 attack, that's almost 100 more attack than Blandon, and that makes a huge, huge difference in the damage of his Soultimate, because as I mentioned earlier, Soultimate point doesn't matter, and anyway, Null and Blandon have the same Soultimate point. So having almost 100 more attack than Blandon makes a huge, huge difference. So anyway, ideal Score Attack team. You want your single target attacker, then you're going to want 2 score boosters. Always have 2 score uppers and 2 attack uppers, no matter what. That is the best combination. So we're going to have Elder Bloom and Sergeant Burley, who are the two most, who are the 2 most powerful score uppers in the game. Meanwhile, Zero and Beelzebub are my strongest attack uppers. However, that's only because my Zero is maxed out from the crank. If all your yokai are maxed out, you want to be using Beelzebub, Gargaros, or Komajiro S as your 2 attack uppers, since they all have 100 point Soultimates. Zero is only the yokai that I use because he is higher in Soultimate level. That's the only reason. So here we've got Beelzebub, and these are our 2 attack uppers. Meanwhile, we want Elder Bloom and Sergeant Burley as our score uppers. Burley is unfortunately our second best score upper option for score attack. Once they add Unpleasant, also known as Nankai, and Old Springdale, the next map update, then we will have a really good score upper that's only 1 Ultimate lower than Elder Bloom. However, this is the best team that we can get today. Oh my god! Sorry about that. Here we go. So, Illuminact, right here. I want to see, are his trios different? Do we get someone special? Christina says, if you want to see 101 Leafy face reveal, come to C2E2. Yeah, that's true. I don't show my face on camera, but you can come say hi to me in person. That's always welcome. I'll also be trying to make my way to the Chicago Switch event, but I'm not entirely sure if I can. I'm hoping I can get in, though. That would be fun. I know a lot of people will be there, though, so I'm not sure how that attendance has been going. Do they have a limit to the people that can be there, or is it like free-for-all, get in line, stand in line for 5 hours kind of thing? Beetler, Blazion, and Quaken. I don't think this is any different from Beetal's trios, if I'm correct. And I wouldn't be surprised about that, since Illuminact is just reskinned from Beetal. So here, Illuminact isn't big or anything. He's just a normal-sized yokai, unlike the big bosses. We can't feed him, despite his favorite food being on here, because he can't be recruited in score attack, since you can't even defeat him. His attack increases as score attack goes on, so pay no mind to that. And as I said, he can't be defeated, so his HP is just a question mark. So the strategy is to flood the board with Blandon, but that's a bit hard to do with my setup right now. But what you want to do is, you use both score uppers, then use both attack uppers. Then, finally, you use your single target attack. And if you flood the board, then you can get off 5 Blandon's ultimates. And you get over 2 million score per ultimate. So if you're getting off 5 ultimates, then that is 10 million score, which is quite good. There are other strategies, other setups that are way better, mainly the fact that I'm using Blandon over Null, and my score and my attack uppers are not as powerful as they could be. If I had everybody in ideal condition, including using Null over Blandon, could probably get 15 million or more score. This 19.5 that I got was actually with the Filthy Goats method, which is very difficult to show with a mouse. I can show you guys next week though. But my highest with a single target attacker is using Chimera, because he's very, very strong. He was only ultimate level 6, but I still managed to get 15 million score. Very strong. Whoa, look at that. Doesn't look like a lot of people are competing yet this week. Oh hey, Mighty Ash, I know him. But eventually, the competition will really increase this week. Because if you check out the rewards, Illuminact isn't just for show like Fruitnyan was. We're getting Illuminact, 3 of them, as a prize. He hasn't been available since October. So that is pretty big, since Illuminact is even more powerful than Shogunyan, and I can show you guys why. You also get 3 Soul Secrets and 3 Red Coin Gs, which is typical reward for a Brave Score Attack Big Boss. So if you check out our yokai here, we've got level 50 Ultimate level 4 Shogunyan versus level 50 Ultimate level 4 Illuminact. So, first, let's take a quick look at Shogunyan. You can see here that he only has 626 attack. If you look at both of their ultimates, they have an 85 point multiplier put onto their attack, as well as popping the same amount of Wibble Wobble, 20 to 22 at random. However, Shogunyan has less HP at 423 compared to Illuminact's 548, but health doesn't matter too much. What we're most concerned about as a brave yokai team is their attack, and Shogunyan has 626 compared to Illuminact's 655. But that's not all. The 655 is increased to a lot more. Hang on, let me check this out, because you get plus 5% due to the due to the Yokai Watch Model 0. So Illuminox 655 increases to 687 attack compared to Shogunyan 626. That is a major increase that you really see in the damage that their ultimates do. If you guys want, since we've got Illuminox on score attack right now, let's test out their damages with a full Brave Unity team. The best yokai stage to try out ultimate damage is Slimamander, because Slimamander cannot die if you don't want him to. You just target one of his closed eyes, and he won't take any damage. So we can target his eye to charge up Illuminox ultimate. So we pop all of these Illuminox. And then we also want to charge up Shogunyan's ultimate. Or rather, I guess that Slimamander will die in one hit here. So you usually use this stage for just testing a single ultimate. But it's also nice because he doesn't deal much damage, and you get enough time to really charge those ultimates. So here we'll use Shogunyan's. Keep in mind that damage will vary depending on which Wibblewobs he decides to select. But here we got 3804. And even random selection can't save Wibwob versus the very high attack of Illuminox. Like, you can chalk up a bit of the damage difference to random selection if you want to, but Illuminox's ultimate is just going to deal so much more damage that it's obvious he's way better just from his attack. Here we start off with a nice long link of Illuminox already, charging up to his ultimate 8 soul points right there. 11, and with that bonus ball and this chain right here, this will get us to ultimate 13 soul points. So here, Illuminox did 42-44 damage, so that's a lot more. Now, he did select a few size 2 Wibwobs, so there was a bit more damage than he should have been dealing, but the damage is still obvious in terms of the difference. And that difference will only grow as their ultimates level, because that increases the multiplier put onto their attack to determine their ultimate's damage. So as you level your Illuminox ultimate, you're getting more damage per attack, and that difference will really shine. I think that's about it for this update. We didn't show Appak. Let's check that out. I've actually never seen a diagonal slasher. I think that he's the first one in the game. So we've got him and Supyo, and this will just show that they are the exact same yokai. So if you check in the medallion, we can see right here with our A ranks, 517 attack versus 348 HP, while Supyo has 499 attack versus 363 HP. So, you know, a bit more health versus a bit more attack. You always want to go with a bit more attack. That's always going to make a much bigger difference. Right here, Appak can cut just about anything with his water sword. He wanders the world in order to heighten his skills. He's got this nice little hot sound right there. Not bad. I like his animations. I think the animations are the same for him and Supyo though. Here's ultimate Torrent Slash. A slash of his water blade pops a diagonal line of Yokai Wibwob. The spacing is kind of running over the text right there. So the text is running out of the text box, but you know, that happens sometimes with Wibwob. Oh, Mystic Logan says Fidgephant is a diagonal, so he's not the first diagonal popper. Interesting. I've never bothered to try out Fidgephant, so whatever. He's not that great. Whatever, not dismissing what you said, but whatever, absolutely dismissing Fidgephant. He doesn't count too much. Supyo's an A rank, as is Appak, and they have around 500 attack each, so they actually are not too bad on charming teams. Again, they've got the same animations, I think. Or no, I think that Supio actually has a different winning animation. Nice. So then the description. Whereas most kappas stick to rivers, this one likes to surf and pick up girls while he's at it. And his ultimate move is Bodacious Slash. A slash of his water blade pops a diagonal line of Wibble Wobble. And I think that's the exact same description, though a different name. Yup. And the reason why they have the exact same description is because... Oh, oops, sorry about that. Is because, as you can see here, they have the same ultimate. It's both 29 point. So we're going to download these guys right here, because I have actually never seen them before, and I've never seen a ultimate like theirs. So I'm pretty curious. I don't think that they're very good, but why not check them out? Here we've got a nice big clump of Supio. It's nice to have a fresh new Wibble Wobble on the board. I always like seeing their Wibble Wobble art. So here you can check this out. Ooh! Nice animation, and it looks like he pops quite a few Wibble Wobbles. That's nice, actually. I didn't expect that many to be popped. Meanwhile, we'll try him. And it should just be the same thing. I wonder... Yeah, it always goes top left to bottom right, it seems like. Let's see if we can actually defeat Slimamander in a single slash. They're A rank, but they're level 1 ultimate level 1 each. So, I'm not expecting much from them. Definitely not expecting much. As all yokai, these guys get much, much stronger as you level their ultimate moves. So if you want to use them, but you aren't impressed by the damage you're about to see, just keep in mind that a couple more recruits on Supio, or I do not recommend this, but a couple more Soul Secrets on Appak will make them much more stronger. Again, do not Soul Secret him though, he's not very good. I mean, check that out. I feel like if you're using a popper and you're Soul Secreting them, then at least go with Shogunyan, because Shogunyan is very, 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 very good. Appak is not. Now, if you want to Soul Secret a Diagonal Popper, wait for Hydabat Awoken, who is much, much more powerful. He's got 600 something attack, and he's shady, so he gets unity with the attack up Beelzebub. He's a great yokai all around. Well, not great for everything, but great in terms of poppers. On Turnbull asks Leafy, how long will the stream last for? Until 6, so just a few more minutes. We're gonna be ending pretty much exactly at 6. Samojamo says, Leafy and Puni, Usapion is also a Diagonal Popper. I know that, but we don't have Usapion yet, and he's also only B rank, so he's not that great. Hydabat is SS rank, so that's why I mentioned Hydabat Awoken, not Hydabat D rank. Other than that, nothing too much happened with today's update. We got... Oh! I forgot to mention, or did I? That Kieran was removed from the Crank-a-kai. In case you guys missed it at the beginning of the stream, I talked about this. Last time on stream, we were cranking for Kieran, and I mentioned, hey, they don't have an end date for this event, when they really should, because Kieran is a very limited yokai in Puni Puni, so make sure to crank while you can. And this week, as I predicted, Kieran was removed from the Crank-a-kai, unfortunately. He's very powerful, more powerful than Komoshura, and he is no longer available. So cross your fingers that he's added before 6 months later, and definitely hope that you can get him the next time they add him, because event-exclusive S-ranks are very difficult to get. But in terms of the Fruitnyan, they aren't amazing. If you're cranking and you get Watermelon Yan, that's okay. Like, he's good. But if you want a charming all-attacker, Swelterior is far more powerful. If you want an all-attacker, Komoshura is far more powerful than Swelterior. So, Watermelon Yan's a good pull, not a great pull. Melon Yan, if you're doing a charming aggression team, I guess he could go on your team. But, you know, let's compare him to Jibanyan A. Because A is in the crank for permanently. He's in the crank forever, while Melonyan's an event. So I'd hope that Melonyan has higher attack, right? So he's got 494. Jibanyan's A has got 534. Melonyan, I think, is probably only up in HP, and he only has a little more HP than Jibanyan A does. So Melonyan, I would use Jibanyan A in his place. They have the same exact ultimate move, but you know, Melonyan is severely lacking in attack. Then over here, Strabinyan is just Water Melonyan, but weaker. So if you want Strabinyan, then use Melonyan instead, unless you don't get him. Here, Grapenyan, as I said, he is one of 3 all-stunners in the game. Professor, who you need to unseal with an S-rank exclusive from the Crank, or Unfairy, who is an S-rank that is very difficult to befriend. So if you pull Grapenyan, he's not bad. He's not bad. He stuns all targets on the field. He can buy you some time. Kiwinyan, he's a defense upper, and he's the same thing as Beetler. So Beetler can be cranked from the Crankakai, so I have a feeling that none of you guys are going to be too excited to get Kiwinyan. And then Oranyan, who is the most that we pulled this Crankakai party. Oranyan is a healer. He doesn't restore too much. He is outclassed by S-rank healers that are very easy to get, such as Anti-Heart through Score Attack. But if you have a Charming team and you don't have Spoilerina, then Oranyan is good because he buffs up your HP with the passive Tribe Unity, as well as his normal HP restore. Again though, I am not a big fan of healers. So overall, Water Melonyan reigns supreme as the best Fruitnyan, as well as my personal favorite in terms of design. He's great for making Y money if you pull a bunch of him and no Sweltarier, because Water Melonyan is your best option if you haven't pulled a Sweltarier yet. If you have pulled Sweltarier though, just use Komashura, because Sweltarier lets you unseal Komashura. But with that, guys, we have finished covering this event. We did tons and tons and tons of Y Money Crank. We managed to pull every Fruitnyan except for Melonyan, unfortunately. We got Oppak from Oppak's trial. We demoed those guys, let you guys know all about all the Fruitnyan. If you enjoyed this stream, then check me out on twitch.tv/101leafy. Subscribe to me on YouTube, youtube.com/user/101leafy. And of course, follow me on Twitter, just at 101leafy, where you can ask me questions and let me know what you'd like to see from me in the future. This week, I'll be putting up a video about my predictions for upcoming events and updates for Wibble Wobble. And as I've usually been pretty spot on with them, I hope that you guys check it out and get as excited as I am for what Wibble Wobble has in store for us. But with that, guys, this stream is over. Thank you very, very much for coming. Smash that like button if you want to see more Wibble Wobble streams, because I will be back on Abdallah's channel with a Crankakai party on Monday, with normal Wibble Wobble streams usually grinding throughout this week on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/101leafy. I'll see you guys later, and thank you very much for coming.